Okay, this is something to talk about.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
All right, guys. So we talked about Jordan Hall before, and this shouldn't be too much of a shocker. It shouldn't be that much of a shocker. As you guys know, we have talked about him previously. The Spurs have shown interest in him even before the summer league, in which they worked him out. And obviously, we did a whole video talking about his skill set and everything there. Video didn't do great, but at the same time, it was a draft video, and a lot of people didn't care, especially since he was second round to undrafted. But yeah, go check out that video if you want my initial thoughts on Jordan Hall. But yeah, so let's just dive straight into this. So the Spurs signed Jordan Hall to a two-way contract. So you know what that means. I personally think that the Spurs are going to, or planning to, make room for Joe Wieskamp, because as it stands right now, we don't have any room. We're going to have to get rid of a player or two, go ahead and make that room for him. I think the Spurs still have a deal within them. I just personally don't see them throwing Joe Wieskamp away, especially after this long offseason of Chip England working on his jump shot. I know that that's just his job. He's just supposed to do that. And guys leave all the time, but I don't know, man. It's so early. I just don't know if they'll just say, hey, yeah, Joe, get out of here. Especially since Joe and Primo have really good chemistry, I believe, on and off the court. So we'll wait and see what happens there. But as it stands, the Spurs take on Jordan Hall. And honestly, this makes a lot of sense. Now, during the summer league, I was very honest with you guys in saying that I didn't see a lot. But at the same time, his role wasn't that of Blake Wesley, where he was supposed to put up a substantial amount of points. He really was supposed to go out there, show his game and just make good decisions, which I think he did do that. He did display quite a few good decisions in there. And him having a two-way and going to the G League, I think is perfect for him. So if you don't know, he's more so like a point forward. He's 6'8", a very good passer. I said this in previous videos before, but one thing that's really bad is his defense, and he's gonna have to work on that. Now, summer league wise, I didn't see a ton of terrible defensive plays from him or anything, but before summer league, yes, he was known as a pretty bad defender. And another thing that he'll have to work on is adding on more strength. But like I said, these are all developmental things, and going to the G League, especially a league that's really predicated for guys that are guards or small forwards, is perfect for him. And especially since the Spurs right now, as it stands, I personally think Primo will more than likely be the point guard. I don't know if the Spurs really want that going forward necessarily, because Primo has such a great ability of just creating his own shot. Obviously, guards today, especially point guards, they can be either or. Okay, you look at Luka Doncic. I mean, dude's a small forward, really. You look at Steph Curry creates his own shot. That's the best thing that he kind of does, three-point shooting. And you look at somebody like Ja Morant, it's like, yeah, the best thing that he does is create his own shot. So it's not necessarily that you have to have some type of like old school type point guard to be your point guard, but at the same time, the Spurs seem to be going in a direction where they're getting high IQ guys. Malachi Branham, Jeremy Sohan, Josh Primo, like all these guys are very high IQ. Trey Jones, high IQ guys, high IQ players, and I think that he will fit that mold perfectly. So we'll wait and see how this season goes, but I definitely expect him to be in the G League more than anything, and I think it's perfect for a player like this. But yeah, he's super skilled. One player that he always reminded me of, and you can say if you agree with me or not, but he kind of reminded me of Sean Livingston, just with his skill set, his ability to get others involved, and he definitely has a certain knack for facilitating, where a lot of times players that are really good passers, they'll make a pass and you just did not see it coming. Like you're like, oh yeah, obviously he's gonna go with if he has a pick and roller, oh, he's gonna go with the roller. But no, next thing you know, he's passing to someone that you didn't even see who was open. Even though you're watching the game, you did not recognize that player was open. It's like the player is such a good facilitator that they can make that player open, and that's definitely what he can do. And lastly, I did a video on this before, but just looking at his stats in college, I didn't put a lot of merit on this when I initially did a video, only because he didn't play a lot of great competition. But he did have 14 points. This was a big problem with turnovers in college, but 1.2 steals, 0.2 blocks, 5.8 assists, 6.7 rebounds. Free throw percentage shows that he can shoot, so he got about 73% there. 3-point percentage 36, not great. 39% field goal percentage, not great. But as it stands right now, he is the perfect developmental player. It makes complete sense to go ahead and put him in that role. And I'm going to make an assumption that the Spurs aren't giving up on Joe. They're probably going to make something happen. Someone's going to be traded. Someone's going to be waived. Someone's going to be gone, because I don't see the Spurs giving up on Joe Wieskamp that quickly, especially with how impressive he was as a sharpshooter last season. So we'll wait and see. But as it stands right now, that's my thoughts on it. Those are my thoughts on it. So anyways, oh, before I go, guys, I'm going to soon be making t-shirts. So that's something that I'm kind of getting into. I got to get some equipment for it, but I already have artists working on certain designs that I already like had in my membrane here. So, and they're going to be pretty good. Like I'm like geeked out about it. I want to wear them myself, honestly. So I will be getting a shop out there and everything, and starting up this little side business. So if you guys want to support me in that way, if you're a Patreon member, YouTube member, thank you so much. But there's other ways to support as well. So, and that'll be another way. So if you want to support the channel that way, please do. But just give me time. I'll announce it on here, Instagram, everywhere. Like, it'll be everywhere. Okay. But yeah, anyways, I'll get with you guys later. Thanks for all the love. Until next time, deuces.